Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another day of the video. Darren, how's it going today? Today, oh god, I'm stressed. We've had a very lazy, well, not really kind of day today. I can't get up in the mornings anymore. I'm so tired. I need a proper good lie-in at some point, because I literally snoozed my alarm for nearly 2 hours. It was ridiculous, actually. I just kept dozing and then coming back and dozing again, and it was hideous, to be honest with you. But I finally got up, sorted out videos. The problem is with that time as well, 2 hours of doing that, you're not getting quality sleep. It was a waste. I may as well have had 1 hour of quality sleep instead. Drove me mad. So yeah, I've sorted that out and stuff. Sorted out my daily vlog and had breakfast. I then tidied my desk so it's looking a lot cleaner now. I also uploaded a photo of that. I've tried Instagram. I tried it, guys. I don't like it at all. I just have a passion, distaste, hatred for all square photos that are just 1:1. They hardly ever work. I don't like them at all. So I took a photo and I've uploaded it to Tumblr. Google Plus and Tumblr are going to be the new homes for my photos and stuff. Google Plus being the more obviously like permanent version of the two. I'll set up like an album in there, and Tumblr being a different thing. I might use Twitter every now and again. The reason I don't like Twitter is because it comes up on the side and it just... What I like about Instagram is you can go on there and you can look at all the different photos I've ever taken, which is cool. I like that. I like being able to look back and see that. If I did it on Twitter though, I wouldn't be able to go through and look back at all my photos, which is annoying. It actually really bugs me, to be honest with you. Whereas on places like Tumblr and Twitter, well, specifically Google Plus, I can get all of them, so they're all on there now, and I'm going to make new albums and stuff. I've just decided. And Tumblr, it won't last forever, but, well, it's not easily findable, but I can just scroll down and find them. Look, so there it is, and things like that. I can just scroll down and find stuff. The reason I don't like Twitter is because it just gets squashed by my daily vlog. If I didn't do my daily vlog, I probably would put it all on Twitter. But every day a video goes up on the main on that Twitter feed, and then in the photos folder, a thumbnail of that video comes up, and it drives me mad. Look here, all of these videos. It drives me insane. Look, the face detections go mental as well. So yeah, I'd like to use Instagram, but I don't like how it's a 1:1 photo, and that just bugs me. I'm sorry, everybody. Is there a service actually that you can take a photo and instantly share it on places like Google Plus thingy that isn't Instagram? Is that a service? And not like a separate service. I just want to take a photo and upload it to all three. Because I might do that, and then I'll just turn off automatic publications from the Tumblr to Twitter so it doesn't appear twice. I don't know. For a bit, I'm going to use Tumblr and thingy, and I might like triple upload. I'm uploading it like to 3 different places until I can find something separate. But yeah. Otherwise though, I've been doing some revision. I've been doing some programming revision, and I'm currently attempting to learn C properly. I'm trying to implement a dynamic list in C, but then I had lunch and I've coming back now, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I've got my book out and everything. C is a difficult language to get your head around. It's very low level. It's very restricted, I think. Compared to things like Java, which I do prefer, and probably C++, which I haven't actually had much time to get in with. It's very restrictive because there's no such thing as like objects and things, and it bugs me. So, yeah. I mean, that way everyone wins, right? Although you could just stop being lazy and just upload it to all 3. In other news, I'm really bad at vlogging when I'm just sat here working all day. Because time flies. I just put my cameras in my pocket. I don't even think about vlogging all day. I've just been in the zone. So yeah, what's been going on since I last spoke to you? We've been doing revision, and we've been going through C stuff. And I wanted to finish C today, but I haven't actually got it done because I've been practicing everything that we've learned. In our programming exam, we have to actually program. So all of the areas in here where we actually have to do things. So after this, there's files and files, which might be worth writing a bit of code on, but the chances of them asking us to write to file in an exam are negligible. Libraries and then stuff about the preprocessor. All of that's theoretically. The last thing, and it's quite a big thing, is the pointers in C, because pointers in C are the things that define it, basically. One of the special things about the C programming language is that it's quite low level, but it's got a high level syntax, and that makes it very powerful. It makes it very error prone, however. It's very difficult to write C code well. If you ever find out about a bug in a system, or some kind of hack or something, 9 times out of 10, the code's going to be written in C, and some person would have managed pointers wrong. Basically then, people have been discussing in the survey that I still need to go through the rest of. I might do it tomorrow after work. I might go through another chunk, another 30. I've just got no time, or maybe in between before I go to work as well. Who knows? People have been discussing in that survey that I should maybe do some like teaching of some kind and like inform you guys on some kind of computing stuff or whatever, because what I say kind of makes sense apparently, and I do computer science and I'm passionate about it and stuff, so maybe I should teach people. Here's an example of my teaching abilities. It's not very good, so we'll see. So basically then, C has pointers. All programming languages have pointers. A pointer is essentially a direction in which the computer faces when you're asking it to get a variable. So if I say, here's a variable, and a variable is just a string of data, in C's case it's all just binary, in everyone else there'll be the different types and stuff, but no, that's irrelevant. So you've got all of your see what I mean? All of your memory is stored in something called variables, and variables are stored into the hard disk, and the computer is given a location when it's written. In most programming languages, you can just go to that language. You can literally just say, this chunk of data is called name, and then you can just write in name it all the time, and you can go, right, name equals this, and then that will set that area to name. However, in C, it gives you the pointer, it gives you the physical address of that data. So in the hard drive, it will give you something like 36,000 or something silly like that, and that will be the exact point on the hard drive that it's written. The operating system hides a little bit of the logistics of that entirely, but you're shown a lot more than you are in other programming languages, and that means that you have apparently a lot more power. I disagree with that. You can do what you can do in all of the other programming languages, it's just harder to write. My lecturer says that C is really powerful. You can do things in C that you can't otherwise do, and that makes it really powerful. But all of the things he said you can do, you can't do, because the operating system will stomp on your toes. So if you have these pointers and stuff, here's another thing of C, it doesn't clean up after you. If you've finished with a piece of memory in Java, it will just delete that. When it thinks you don't need it anymore, it will just get rid of it, and it's very good at that. The downside of which is if there's a massive overhead as it's figuring out what data needs to be deleted and when, although of course computers these days, unless you're programming on a really low level small device, have quite a lot of room for overhead. So anyway, so yeah. They don't have a garbage collector, which means that you have to be very specific about what you define, what you declare as a variable, and then what you get rid of. Otherwise you get these things called memory leaks. And that's pieces of information that the computer has reserved, so areas on the disk that the computer's reserved, that it can't access anymore. Your program has no access to it because it's forgotten its direction. It's forgotten where it's pointed, the address for that sector of information. So that's what I've been doing today. I've been figuring out the best way of managing these kind of things in order to stop memory leaks happening. I've been doing really basic stuff, to be honest with you. One of the issues again with C is that it's very low level. There's nothing. You can have an array, that's about it. You can have integers. You can't even have strings. You can literally just have integers and characters, which are an integer in disguise, and then an array, which is lots of them in a line, lots of integers or lots of letters or characters and stuff. What I've been doing is or you can define a memory space where we're using malloc, which will say, hey computer, I'm going to use a chunk of memory this big, get it ready for me and give me the address. What I've been doing is I've been playing around with that in order to figure out the best way of creating a dynamic structure, because arrays are fixed in size. You have to go to the computer, you have to say, I want an array that can store 20 integers, and it'll go, okay, here you go. What if I'm running a program that I don't know the size that I need it of, and there's no way of me to tell? I want a list. I want a stack, or a list or a stack or something where you can just pop more on and off like that, right? So what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to implement my own version of this list system, and it took me ages to wrap my head around how to manage the pointers, how to get a pointer to loop through and do stuff. And because normally in a programming language you can't have variables with the same name in the same area of code. I can't have da 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 because everything's by you bullshitting? I don't know. In most programming languages you can't have, like, in one bit of code, the issue you have with defining 100 variables is you have to type out 100 different variables. But you can kind of just create a list. Create a chunk of area that can fit all of your things. Yeah. This is what I've been trying. Now I'm saying it out loud. I don't particularly make sense of it, but I got it working, so that's good. I'm trying to design a system that will, although I do want to change it a little bit to make it better and a little bit more efficient. The reason I'm doing all this, of course, is because it could come up in the exam, at which point I'm not going to have a computer to help me. I'm going to try and develop an easier, quicker way of accessing and inputting the list. I feel I've cheated a little bit by saying, hey, define me a huge section. I'm going to create a list within this list, which is cheating. But it is, I figured out how it's possible to do it otherwise, using a linked list and stuff. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. I've been defining lists and creating a program that would, like, add to list, take away from a list, and I've been trying to do the sieve that gets you all prime numbers. That's basically what I've been doing with my afternoon, and that's why I haven't been vlogging. Alongside this, I've been watching bits of Lie to Me on Netflix, and I'm seriously addicted to Netflix, and I'm considering watching something now as I go to bed. More of this. I wrote a letter to my store manager at this workplace, and that's it. I wanted to write a blog post today, and I wanted to draft some video ideas, but I'm on the train tomorrow travelling around. I'm going to Bristol to go and look at a flat, so just one flat. We won't be exploring as much either, potentially, although it might be a long video, so I apologise for that in advance. But yeah, that's that really. Otherwise, I've got myself a cup of tea. I'm going to save all my stuff and then go to bed. I'm thinking of watching something in bed, but I don't know what. Oh god. Yeah, I don't know what it is that I want to do. What? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to watch, because I watched Hannibal last night and stuff. And I don't think I want to watch something long because I've got to get up early and I need to sleep more. Yeah. I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching and all that. You guys are the best. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at vlogging when I'm working all day. Nothing happens. Time just goes by and I just sit here looking at my atlas. I don't realise how much time's gone by, and I look down and I'm like, I should probably have dinner now. That's legit happens. So yeah, sorry guys. I'll catch you later.